Hello and welcome to RoboMonk Art and Tarot. I am RoboMonk. Today we are exploring what ascendant message from Spirit is coming down to you and is going to help you discover things before everything happens. So we're going to get a message now about things that are going to happen in the future and maybe what you can do about it. Also, for my subscribers, I do have an extra bonus of how are you ascending to your next level? How is that happening? So, I love the fact that you are here. Thank you so much for being here with me. I truly appreciate everyone here and this channel. It's a huge part of my life, and hopefully it helps a little bit in your life too. And if you want to be a part of that subscriber bonus, it's very easy. It's just my way of saying thanks to all my subscribers. You just simply hit subscribe and that's it. You're in. And I just want to say thank you for doing that. So this is a pick a card. How does that work? You choose the pile that you want or what resonates with you. Sometimes there's more than one pile. Sometimes all three piles resonate. But the images are there, the stones are there, and then I also included a destiny number that actually goes along with numerology, right? So that's an extra bonus here too to choose from to see which number resonates with you as well. So you have all of that, and then once you choose your pile, go down to the description and there will be a timestamp there. You can click on it and it'll jump you right to that pile that you want. Okay? So let's see what image, what stone, what destiny number is meant for you today. And again, it can be more than one. So I will see you in the piles, but let's check out those images, stones, and numbers first. In pile 1, we have Unakite. In pile 2, we have Hematite. And in pile 3, we have Apatite. So go ahead and see which image, stone, or destiny number resonates with you, and I'll see you in that pile. Hello, pile 1, and thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, we are seeing what ascendant message coming from Spirit will help you prepare before everything happens. So something's going to happen down the road. We want to be prepared for what that is. Spirit's going to give you a message today to help you prepare for that. And as my subscriber bonus, I'm doing how are you ascending to your next level? How are you going to make it to that next level and be that better person that you want to be? So that's for my subscribers. At the end of the video, there is also a timestamp down below if you want to skip to that and you are a subscriber. If you want to join up, you are more than welcome. We'd love to have you on this extremely amazing, positive channel. All right, so as you can see here, we have a Celtic cross. We're going to look a little bit about what's happening now, what's happening in the past, and more importantly, what's happening in the future. So with all of that, this is going to give us a great idea of what the message is from Spirit and what you can do about it. So let's get started. All right, so the first image that I receive is this massive giant hand coming in and lifting up this barbell. And as it lifts it up, it's bending it in two. It's got a lot of strength to it. And I'm really feeling a masculine strength behind this. Masculine is all about logic, getting things done, goal-oriented, and you're just really kind of crushing it right now, which is wonderful. So Spirit is coming in and saying, hey, you're doing a great job and keep going. So getting things done with a masculine energy. So you have this strength inside of you. You have this determination. There's a lot of things going for you right now, and Spirit is happy for you. We're going to see what you aren't exactly aware of in your current situation. The next image that I see is one of a tree that's growing up out of an ice block. This ice block, to me, always represents frozen emotions. There's something that is not being looked at, and there is this tree that is growing out of this ice block. And this tree usually represents some kind of deep connection to a person or a place or situation. And there's something around this deep connection that isn't being addressed. There's a lot of iced over emotions here. So these emotions haven't been talked about. There might be a disconnect from this person or place now because of these emotions that have gotten in the way. But it definitely used to be a deep connection with you, maybe not so much anymore. This may or may not be in your awareness right now, in your conscious right now. This could be in your subconscious. You could know a little bit about it, but then, not know how much it's really affecting you at this point in time, to the point where it's almost driving that strength, driving you to get things done and just achieve more and more. So you may not be aware of what's actually getting you going, getting you up every day, and getting things done. That motivation could spark from this unanswered or lost connection to this person or place. What you are aware of. This next image is very powerful. It's the Jack of Spades from a playing deck. In cartomancy, this person is usually a ruthless person, meaning they don't really care about your feelings. They want to get things done of their own agenda. They don't really care about how it affects others or you. And this person is getting taken out of your life. So as you can see, I saw a whole stack of cards. This was the one that popped out. But with this stack of cards, there was a bullet going through each and every one of them. Now, this doesn't mean anything about death or anything like that. This just means that they are being taken out of your life, or you want them to be taken out of your life. There's either a person that is there now that is really just dominating your time, your energy, or they have recently been taken out of your life and you are recovering from that. I think there's a lot of emotions surrounding this person that is either in your life or just taken out of it. And it's really motivating you to get your goals done, right? You're looking inward to see what's important to you, because this person is really stepping all over, or has stepped all over, your energy, your time, your motivation for so long. And now that they're out of your life, or you want them out of your life, things are going to change. In your past, I see a can, and it's filled with all of your emotions of love. There's a little heart on the can, and this is symbolizing that you are preserving your feelings for someone worthy, for a time when it is right, divine timing, and you are putting all of these wonderful love and emotion and canning them up and preserving them for when the time is right. Now, this could be because of this Jack of Spades, because you thought maybe they were that person and they weren't. Or this could be a totally different scenario. But if that's the case, if you gave away your emotions to someone that didn't deserve it, or you have this Jack of Spades in your life, it's really teaching you to value these emotions, to wait for the right person that is worthy of these emotions, and really learning from that experience. So even though you may not be aware of it, that's a lot of the reason why you are feeling so self-centric at this point and motivated to get things done. Spirit wants you to know that is A-okay. No problem with that. Because a lot of times we feel guilty about doing things for ourselves, but know that there is a time and place for that, and now is your time. The next image I see is one of a beautiful horse. This horse is very powerful, very strong, almost one of the larger breeds, maybe a war horse or something like that. Definitely very powerful, very connected, a lot of earth energy going on, grounded, right? Very grounded. On top of this horse, I see this knight in shining armor, has the shield, the glowing armor, the shining armor, and holding a spear, and is looking very smug, right? Very full of himself. And Spirit says, take the horse, not the knight, right? So forget the knight. I had to draw an X through the knight. That's not what you need right now. You don't need some other person full of themselves with their own agenda messing up yours. So take the horse. The horse is going to be dependable. The horse is going to be there for you, going to be loyal to you, and just help you way more than this fancy looking knight. So take the horse, take the reliable, right? Take the logical steps. Don't look for anything fancy to get things done. As a side note, Spirit showed me the flower of a violet. And a violet can mean healing, determination, and setting goals. So all of that really coincides with what we are doing here. Spirit knows you are on this course, but also doesn't want you to veer away from it. It's something that is so important for you right now to get prepared for the future. The next image that I see is you and this horse plowing the field, getting ready to plant seeds, to prepare for the future. And Spirit says it's time to plant the seeds. It's time to work on your goals. What do you want to do with this life that you have been given? What do you need to do? What is your soul contract? Why are you here? What is it that Spirit wants you to do while you are here? This is something that only you can answer. Hopefully, Spirit gives you signs that resonate with you, and you are starting to see those signs and starting to make goals to accomplish different things to get those different missions, those different contracts done. All of this work is in preparation to make you even stronger and make you ready. So I see the same hand that I saw in card 1 lifting up 3 different weights on either side now. You're so much stronger after going through all of this, making the right decisions, concentrating on your own goals at this point without any guilt, without any emotion towards that, but just drive, motivation, and strength to get things done. So, this next top card, this top right card, was very interesting to me. I see this staircase, and typically staircases are about 9 inches by 9 inches, and then they go up from there. There's a set rule of architectural structure for people to follow when they build staircases. So people don't trip, they don't fall, they don't do any of that kind of thing to get injured. They know what the next step is going to be like. This staircase is very different. It has short steps, it has long steps, it has steep steps, it has shallow steps. All of these different steps are this way and that way. They're angled differently. It's going to be very hard to climb. But there's also a red carpet on top of this to distract you, to say, ooh, look at this. Isn't this lovely? And really, it's not. Okay, it's not the best staircase to climb. So what does this mean, RoboMonk? Okay, here's what this means. This means that the path that you are following to set your goals is going to need more truth than dazzle, right? What Spirit says is you need to take away the red carpet to see the truth. Really see what you are dealing with to accomplish your goals. So an example is, oh, I want to get this job. This is what is going to fulfill my soul contract. Oh, how would you get there? Oh, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Or maybe I'll win the lottery, right? That kind of thinking is great for dreams, but not for actual goals. So you're going to want to write out a list of step by step of how you're going to get to that job that you want to do to fulfill your soul contract or to fulfill your goal in a more concrete, earthbound way than just saying, oh, it's going to work out. So that's what Spirit wants you to do, is to take away that red carpet and really see the truth. See each step that you need to take in order to get that goal done. This last card is really beautiful. It's very deep. So you are standing on top of this staircase that you have climbed, victorious, holding up your flag, so proud of yourself that you've made it there. You took all the steps you needed to, and you've gotten there. You are now really quite balanced within yourself, and you're feeling good about yourself. And Spirit is coming in and saying, make sure to be proud of your own life before sharing it with someone else. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that if someone comes in, not to take them on? Not necessarily, but it does mean that you should be proud of your own life, meaning, are there any things or any goals that you want to do that maybe you have to do by yourself? Or you can't have the responsibility of being in a relationship before you do them, right? So Spirit is really saying, do those things first and then get into that relationship, because you're going to be so much more focused, so much more ready for that relationship when it does happen. If you have these past goals that you didn't complete that you really wanted to, say before you got into a relationship, and then you have to share agendas, right? Like that knight on the horse, you have to share agendas with that person, even though they look shiny and handsome and all that stuff, or beautiful. It may not be the right time because you have these other goals that you really want to do before you get into that relationship and share that responsibility. So Spirit is saying you're concentrating on your goals now. You're getting rid of all of those people that really took up that time. Now's the time to get those goals done. And then a person is going to walk in and you will be ready for them for that relationship. So pile one, this was a long path here, but a lot that Spirit wanted you to hear. I really hope that this brings you clarity, and I hope that this resonates with you. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank Spirit for being here with us today. Know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 2. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, we are seeing what ascendant message will help you prepare before everything happens. So something's going to go down. We want to make sure that you are prepared. We're asking Spirit to come in and really tell us anything possible to help us prepare for this event. And so we have this Celtic cross here in front of us that's going to help us do that. We also have a sub bonus. If you are a subscriber to this channel, then head on over to the subscriber bonus after this, and that's dealing with how are you ascending to your next level. If you want to be involved in that, just hit the subscribe button. It's really my way of saying thank you for doing that. Okay, so we have this message and the bonus today. So with this Celtic cross that we have here in front of us, we are going to look at what's happening now, what's happening a little bit in your past, and then what is happening in the future. We'll get a really good idea of what Spirit wants us to know right now. All right, let's get started. So the first image that I see is one of a set of lungs. These lungs are not breathing very well. This is not a medical reading. This is more of just metaphor, okay? Maybe you are under a lot of stress. You may have a claustrophobic situation that you are in right now, where you are stressed out, maybe a lot of anxiety, and you can't breathe very well. So maybe you've had some panic attacks, or maybe you've had anxiety attacks, and these are really weighing you down. There's something in your life that is really stressing you out right now. And I felt that constriction on my own lungs as well. So let's see what this is. Let's see if Spirit can really elaborate on this and see how we can get you out of that situation into a better one. Something you are not aware of, something that's in your subconscious that's really causing this claustrophobic situation, or this feeling of just not being able to breathe. I see you in a little crucible, and there's flames all around you. So a crucible is this little ceramic dish that they use in science, and they've used it for hundreds of years. It's a way to heat up different elements, to break them down. A lot of times this can cause them to change. A lot of alchemists used a crucible, and sometimes they still do use a crucible even in today's science. So you are that element that is about to change. It's heating up around you. That's why there's so much stress right now, because you're in this moment of change, and maybe it's a lot of change, and you're having trouble keeping up. You're having trouble balancing your inner emotions with the outer environment. And I'm sorry to hear that, Pile 2, but we're going to see how this works, why Spirit is doing this, and how you can prepare for what's happening next. The next image that I see is a two-pronged fork. This two-pronged fork means that there's a decision coming up. And there may be a decision that is stressing you out, causing you to not breathe correctly. And I think this is part of your change, your process. There's something that is really causing you to guess at which direction you should go. Maybe both options aren't the best for you right now, and you're not really seeing any other way. In your past, I see that there are many two-pronged forks. And Spirit says that you are tired of making these decisions or tired of having to make these decisions. It seems like you've come up to several different forks in the road or forks on your path, and you've had to choose one way or the other. And it seems like this has been forced upon you in many situations, that you didn't have control over this situation. And that's actually what's stressing you out. This lack of control over yourself, over your life, where you're going, what's happening, all of that. And you're taking all of this burden onto yourself and really trying to make it work. So let's see in the near future what is actually going to help you change, how you can get out of this stressful situation. I asked Spirit for a sign, something that would help us explain exactly what Spirit wanted us to know right now. And this was fascinating, Pile 2. I got the picture of a lemming. A lemming is a small little creature that looks like a guinea pig. And if you know anything about lemmings, culturally, they are seen as followers that will actually follow one another off a cliff. And they are seen as something that is not very bright, not very intelligent. Well, I'm happy to say that that is entirely false. Okay? So it was based off of a 1958 movie where Disney did a documentary on lemmings. They, behind the scenes, forced these lemmings off the cliff and then filmed it. Awful, right? Absolutely, entirely despicable. So the lemmings, in its natural state, is actually very brave. It will go up against a larger creature to protect its own. And it has a lot of mysterious ways and many surprises that people don't know about. And that's exactly what you are. You are a mystery to most people. You have so many strengths and talents that people don't know about. And that is going to be your way out of this decision-making cycle that is stressing you out. So, to be called a lemming, or to become a lemming, or have that be your animal guide right now, is nothing to be negative about. It's actually a huge positive. And I love when this happens, when Spirit comes in and says, hey, look at this. This is something that you didn't expect, and now you know it. Let's gain some control back in your life, right? This next card shows two different lanes of a road. There's two cars that are going the same direction. All of a sudden, we see your car take this middle path that no one else is taking. No one knew it was an option. But because of your talents, because of your strengths, you are able to take it where no one else can. And there may be followers after you, but you are able to take that two-pronged fork and make it a three-pronged fork and become comfortable with the decision that you are making. This third option does not stress you out because it's actually serving your needs and helping you become balanced. All right? So if you are faced with two decisions that absolutely entirely stress you out, look for a third option where you are in control. You have the right to have that control. And it's spirit given. So you have this control. What is going to make you become stronger, better, and have others around you benefit from this choice? That is not presented to you in these other two options that are stressing you out. What is that third option? That's the one you should take. That's the one you should keep taking. Because this third option is where you gain your control back. So life is full of choices, as we all know, but when they're being forced upon us from either people around us or situations, that can be extremely stressful. However, if we are in control of the decisions that are being made or the different pathways that we take, these forced choices turn into opportunities, right? Because you keep taking that third path, the one that is beneficial to you, to other people that you care about, and you're moving forward because you're in control. So I see you on this path, and you are now walking along stress-free because you're only looking for opportunities, not forced choices, if you see the difference there. This top right card can be reserved for fears or dreams. I really see this as a fear of yours before all of this happens. And that is, the clock is ticking, and it's always 1 minute to midnight, where midnight everything ends. And there's this fear, this consistent fear inside of you, which adds to your anxiety. If I don't make the right choice, everything's going to end, nothing will be the same, and it's this dire choice daily. And that's so stressful. Pile 2, so stressful. So seeing this as an opportunity, taking that third choice, and if you don't see a third choice, find one, right? It's there. Spirit is saying it is there. Look again, think differently, think of different ways you can get around this, and it will present itself. Ultimately, pile 2, you will find balance and control. You will have balance with spirit and yourself. Taking this third option is the way to go because you're finding those opportunities. You are willfully going on this third option, and you are taking those flames of the crucible that were really stressing you out before and holding them out, balancing them in your own hands, and they are now your inspiration instead of your fearful motivation. What a turnaround, pile 2. What a turnaround. That was amazing. So if you stuck with me this long, I appreciate it, because that was a rough start, wasn't it? It's hard to get through these emotions. It's hard to talk about them sometimes. It's hard to feel them. So I always appreciate it when you are here with me, walking this path with me, and we can talk about these things. Pile 2, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank Spirit for being here with us. And know that you're loved. Know that you're blessed. And I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, we are seeing what ascendant message from Spirit will help you prepare before everything happens. There's something that's going to happen in the near future. We want to be prepared for it. We're asking Spirit to come in and really tell us about it, anything that we can know about it, to prepare for this happening. And we also have a subscriber bonus, and this is going to talk about how are you ascending to your next level? How are you becoming a better person, and through that transition, ascending? So I'm excited about that too. That is for my subscribers. If you do want to join subscribers, if you do want to join, just simply hit that subscriber button and you'll be in. This is a great way for me to say thank you to all of those people that have done that, and I truly appreciate it. It does help the channel grow and get these messages out to more people. So I appreciate that. So here we have this Celtic cross here in front of us. This is going to tell us a little bit about what's happening now, a little bit in your past, and more importantly, things that are happening in your future. So you can get prepared, right? So you can know what's happening, so you can prepare for it. So let's see what the first image is. Let's get started. The first image that I see is you are on a rope. This rope is dangling over a waterfall. This waterfall is actually a pouring out of emotions, but you are not in it. You're looking away from it. There's this definite, huge emotion that you are ignoring right now. There's something that has happened to you, or something that you are feeling that you just haven't had time, didn't have the energy to, or something of that sort. And this is really affecting you, even if you are not aware of it. We're going to see how this is affecting you and what you can do about it to come into balance, right? So Spirit is saying there's a huge emotion you do not want to deal with right now, and you're trying to avoid. So that's what Spirit is saying. So that is the image of you ignoring this massive emotion. I don't know what happened, but it's something that you are not addressing. So let's see a little bit about what you are not aware of, and maybe this will shine a little bit more light on it. What you are not aware of is this rope that you are hanging from is actually starting to wear. It's starting to fall apart, and you will suddenly and soon fall into this emotional waterfall that you've been trying to avoid. It's something that we all do from time to time, where we don't want to look at an emotion. We don't want to relive something, an occurrence that happened to us. It's too painful. And sometimes, we have to wait a little longer, wait a little more before we can address it. Well, this is the time. This is the time to address it, because Spirit is coming in and saying the rope is about to break. You can go willingly into the water, or Spirit will take over and you'll be in the water anyways. My personal experience when Spirit takes over is I've been ignoring signs along the way to address things, and now Spirit has to take over and forces the issue, and it becomes more dramatic, a little bit more to deal with. Maybe if I had dealt with it a little bit sooner, then it would have been less dramatic, less problematic. But one way or the other, I have to deal with the problem. So Spirit is giving you a heads up of this emotion is going to be dealt with one way or another. And I always hate that kind of choice, but it's for our best, right? Spirit knows it's for our best, because it's one of those points in our lives and in our soul journey that we have to come to terms with. So the rope is breaking. You can let go and you can go in willingly, or Spirit will take over and you will have to address that emotion. So Spirit wants you to know this right now. Let's see what else is going on. Something you are aware of is that You may always feel the need to be distracted. Maybe you always have the TV on or the music playing or always need to read a book. You don't want to be alone with your thoughts. That is a good indicator that there's something that is bothering you and you don't want to address it. If you can't sit in silence for more than 10 seconds, then there is something that is really eating away at you that you may not even be aware of, and it's time to address this. What this could have been, if you're not sure about it, in your past, I see two different kinds of boots. One is a boot from Santa Claus, and the other is a boot from the military. So Santa Claus, as we all know, brings gifts. And this Santa Claus boot turns into this military boot. This military boot is more aggressive. It's more coming in and taking things away at this point. That's what this means in this card. Not necessarily for any military out there. It's just what this means in this card. So you thought something was a gift, and it turned out to be a problem. So what looked like a gift when it was presented to you turned out to be a problem. So this really means that maybe something or someone deceived you in a way, or they grew into a problem. Maybe they were great at the start, a friendship, a romance, some kind of situation like that, and then it turned out to be not good, turned out to be a problem. And you've been ignoring these emotions about this situation for a long time and didn't want to deal with them. So Spirit is saying it is now time to deal with these emotions. It's for your own good. And in that middle card, we see you diving in. You choose to let go of the rope and you dive in willingly. So you are immersed in this emotion. You are back in that situation, dealing with your emotions, dealing with how you feel about it now. Is there something that you can learn from this? Is there something that you can take away from this? How have you changed from back then to now? These are all questions you can ask to regain that balance in your life. The next card I see is how this is all going to affect you. You willingly dive in, and you are under the water, and you see this life preserver down at the bottom. You go and you pick up the life preserver. Spirit says, through total immersion, you will find preservation. So totally immersing yourself in this emotion, coming to terms with it. No lies for yourself, no lies for those around you, only truth. Immersing yourself in the truth about this situation or this person, and really coming to terms with how you feel about it. Well, how is it affecting you now? Is it motivating you now? Is it holding you back? Is it doing something that you don't want it to do? Coming to terms with that. All right? And then you are going to resurface. You are going to come out of that emotion. And in this next card, it's really beautiful because you hold on to that life preserver, and that's your reason, right? That life preserver is your reason to get out of that situation. You finally found why it was happening to you, what you learned from it, how you've changed from that point in your life, and how you can use that in your future to benefit where you are now. That's your life preserver. So you emerge from the water. You see the sun shining over this distant land that you've never been to before. A new opportunity for you. This top card is one about fears and hopes. This one seems to be a warning, right? For right now, when you are still holding onto this rope and not letting go yet, there's a silent alarm going off in your mind, in your soul, saying, I can't do this anymore. I can't ignore this anymore. And it's something that has not made any noise, but you should be aware of it, okay? You should be aware of it. And maybe with this reading, if it resonates with you, you will become aware of that silent alarm going off in your mind and in your soul, and that will help you discover that life preserver, that reason why you have to immerse yourself into this situation and come out the other end. Finally, this is beautiful as well. I see you holding two different coins walking along your path. You're no longer stuck. You're no longer stuck on that rope over that waterfall. You have dealt with those emotions. You have come across that water into a new land, into new opportunities. You have found abundance for yourself, and you are finally walking your path once again. So whatever the situation or this person was in your past is holding you back, don't let them do that. Don't let them hijack your future. Make sure that you deal with those emotions in your own way, and then move on. Let that future be your own. Let that be yours, because it is yours. It's supposed to be yours. So Pile 3, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope this resonates and brings clarity for you. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank Spirit for being here with us today. Know that you're loved. Know that you're blessed. And I'll see you next time. Hello, all of my subscribers. Here we are at the bonus. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to see how you are ascending to the next level. We are going to use these two decks here. So we have the Unity deck and the Wildwood Tarot. They're both full tarot decks, but the Unity deck is by Mystic Rose, one of my dear friends. And I will put the link down below for this one because she created it personally. And it's a really good deck because it actually tells you different clues about the cards as you're reading them. It's great for beginners. And then the Wildwood Tarot is going to be a different system. So they should work really well together. So I'm going to shuffle these up for you. And I hope everyone is having an amazing start to their new year. I know my holidays were great, and I hope yours were too. It's been quite a year for 2023. Ups and downs, but we made it, right? We made it to 2024. And I'm wishing you all a very blessed 2024. I think one of the biggest positives in my life is starting this channel and getting to know all of you. It's been an amazing blessing for me, and I just really thank all of you for being a part of my life. It's really cool. Really cool. So thank you for that. So I'm going to cut this deck 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's a good shuffle for the Unity deck. Wildwood Tarot. So it's going to be interesting to see how you're going to ascend. Oh, that one wants to come out already. We'll keep that locked and loaded there. To see how you're going to ascend to your next level. I really feel like 2024 is special. I really do. You know, other years I've had an ominous feeling just with personal things in my life, but other years I've had neutral feelings. But 2024, it just seems special to me, and I hope it's special for you. I think things are really gonna start to turn around for us here, so it's just wonderful. And what I want to do is channel Spirit to get some messages that resonate with you, right? Because this is a general reading, so a lot of things are going to resonate differently with people. But I'm going to ask Spirit to come in and give at least a few cards that resonate with you so that you can get on your right track, get into that mindset of making 2024 the best it possibly can be for you. So here we are. Okay. Well, all right. Spirit is saying we're going to start with the Unity deck here. So here we go. We have this one. I'm actually going to do 5 today. And the Spirit said right off the top. Sometimes I go in and I really see what's what, but Spirit said right off the top. So I said, okay, no problem, Spirit. We can do that. Okay. The Wildwood, Spirit wants me to spread it out like I normally do and see what is hidden. I feel like these will be our clarifiers here. Okay, there's one there. There's definitely one there. Here. We're finding the hidden truth for you. This one. One more. Here it is, right here. All right. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So now we have 10 cards here in front of us. Let's see what they all mean. Let's see what they mean together. And then at the end, maybe there will be a summary reading here of everything flipped over. We'll see how this all goes. Okay. So let's start with the first card here. We have the Two of Cups. Interesting. All right, so this could mean a new romance coming in, or if you're already in a good relationship, then that's going to continue on, right? This is something that it's a coming together. It's a coming together of all of these different energies, and it's really going to be a bountiful beginning for you. All right. We have the Knight of Stones. The Knight of Stones. So with these two together, it really looks like if there's a business venture, you're going to be able to have a steadfast person there in 2024 coming up. And it's really going to take you to that next level financially. In a romantic sense, you're going to have this steadfast, strong partner come in that's very reliable. So this is a prehistoric horse right here. It's something that almost looks like a donkey and a horse together. prehistoric horse, and it was really symbolizing the breath of life, connection to earth. And it's this earth energy, like that really is this steadfast energy that's also good with money. So that's a good abundance coming in as well. But it's really going to take you to that next level as far as finances and a person that's in your life. It could be a friend as well. A person that's in your life that is absolutely going to be by your side, sticking with you thick and thin. I know I've had a lot of these kind of messages come in. So, I'm reading your energies. I really feel like this is going to happen for some of you, where this is going to have a person come in and really be by your side. So that's amazing. I'm happy for you. Let's see what else is here. We have the Two of Swords. Okay. And the Forest Lovers. Interesting. Okay. This one really seems like a loaded pairing. So with the Two of Swords, it's all about having this underlying decision to make, right? And having this choice sometimes it's with a crossed sword or two swords. And it's about exactly going within, right? To see what's the answer. But also with this pair of lovers, this forest lovers, it's about opposite energies coming in to a union. So as far as just a personal ascendance, there may be two energies that you have inside of you that are really conflicting at this point, and you haven't had the energy or the time to sort them out. How you're going to ascend to your next level is reconciling those two so that they create this third most powerful ascendant energy. So you can rise above and get to that next level, right? So if you have a conflict inside of you that really hits you in certain chakras, that is that opposite energies really conflicting inside of you. So if you feel it in a certain chakra point, then that's where you know you need to do your work, okay? So the fact that you have these two opposite lovers attracting one another, marrying their energies to one another, and having this Two of Swords here, there's something that is being ignored for now, and there's no judgment on that. Sometimes you don't even realize it's there until it really comes up, or it's shown to you. Maybe a third party will say, hey, you've been kind of agitative lately. What's up? And you'll think, oh, I have? Really? Oh, wow, I don't know why. And it's this force inside of you, these two forces inside of you that are really conflicting. And so marrying those two together will strike that balance. It'll strike that balance. So that is a wonderful pairing there as well. All right, let's see what else is next here. We have the Ace of Swords and the Six of Arrows. Okay, this is interesting too. These go really well together. It's pretty straightforward. This is all about transition. This is about a truth being revealed. There is a blessing, a gift. I feel like with the sword energy, it's going to be something that may hurt for a little while and then gets better. You know how that is, maybe like a surgery. And with this transition, you're going to start new traditions. You're going to start new ways of thinking because of this truth coming in. And it's going to be an ultimate blessing. It's how you're going to transcend. I feel like this is more of a surgical cut where there's something underneath, just like this pile here, this second pile. There's something underneath that's in conflict. This surgical cut will release it. It will be healed. You can move on with new strength, new vigor, and you can ascend. This seems like more of a way of healing after this truth is revealed. And this truth is going to ultimately be a blessing. It's going to ultimately be positive. It may not seem like it at the start, but just know that it will be a true gift and blessing from Spirit as you move on, because you will be so much happier as you move on to this new way of thinking. This also could be a new business endeavor where you are thinking of new ways to really up your finances, and this way forces you to think in new directions, and those new directions are going to lead to abundance. Okay, it's going to help you ascend to that next level. So there's a lot packed into those two cards right there. Very straightforward, but depending on the situation, boy, does it mean different things. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Wanderer. Now, I'm sure the Wanderer to you looks very familiar, right? It looks like the Fool. Both of these cards together are really amazing, and especially in and next to these two cards here, I really think, some of the energy is flowing over here. So the Ace of Pentacles is a gift, right? It's a new start. It's a lot of different abundances coming your way. And the fact that you have shed the past, right? So maybe this truth sets you free. You have finally eased all of your burdens, and the Wanderer is sticking out both of their hands, right? And they are in true faith in Spirit, true faith. They're about to walk on a rainbow, okay? If you can see that here. They're about to walk on a rainbow, and they are, let's see if that actually focuses there. There you go. So they are about to walk on a rainbow, and this rainbow is a belief, right? A belief that they have strength to get to the other side. But you're also backed up by good fortune, and it's also about doing that new thing, right? That new thing, that new way of thinking, and getting the rewards from that. So if there's something new or just something that you've been thinking about doing that is a little off the beaten path, look into it. See if it really resonates with you, because this all is resonating that is a good way for you to ascend. All right, and this last one here, we have the Great Bear and the King of Wands. All right, so this could be a person coming into your life. This could be male energy, and he is very handsome. He could be a very passionate person, maybe possibly older than you. And I say he, but I do mean a male energy, okay? So this male energy could be older than you. And the Great Bear paired with the King of Wands. But the Great Bear and the King of Wands, this could have a different meaning with the King of Wands here. So the Great Bear is the protector and of the gateway between life and death, right? So the gateway between now and transformation, the change that we go through. And it's not necessarily just about, physical life here in this 3D earth plane to death and transcendence to the spiritual realm. It's more the cycle that we're going through, right? So we are living this cycle, we quote unquote die, and then we ascend into the next cycle. So we're seeing how we are going to ascend. This bear here really has no judgment. but is really protecting that which it needs to. It is in a defensive position. It is protecting this. But if you have done everything you can in this cycle, you will go through with no regrets. This is really what this card is about. Doing everything you possibly can in this cycle before you ascend to go through with no regrets. That's something, if we can say that, if we have no regrets in this cycle, wow, that's amazing. And sometimes we do have regrets, and those are learning experiences. Those we can grow upon in the next cycle, that's all right. But with this King of Wands, this is interesting. So this could really go two ways, and I'll explain both. So one way is you look up to this King of Wands. This could be a father figure. This could be a person that's an idol of yours, or a person that you really look up to and respect, okay? And you want to emulate them, this masculine energy, and you see that they are doing all the right things that you believe are going to help you. So you emulate them, and then you are able to walk through this door with no regrets. Okay, that's one possible way. If that resonates with you, great. The other possible way is that this person here is passing judgment on you. And you are saying, or the test is to really become yourself in spite of this person, in spite of this male energy, and really say, no, I'm going to go my own way. Yes, the surgical cut over here. I'm going to go my own way. I'm going to trust in spirit. There are new bounties ahead. This is how I have no regrets. And I'm walking through, and I'm going to ascend that way. Wow, what a reading. So we have all of these energies coming into balance. Remember to stay grounded. You could have an earth energy coming in and helping you stay grounded, okay? You have the conflict here that may have been ignored. Again, no judgment, but it may have been ignored. Check your chakras. See if there are anything see if there's anything that feels out of balance, right? That those two energies are conflicting. See if there is anything that needs to happen in order for those to really transform and wed into that third energy that's going to make you ascend. There could be a surgical cut coming your way, but it's going to lead to a gift and a blessing. New ways of thinking, new bounties. Always have that faith in spirit. Spirit's got your back. And there could be a mentor, or there could be a person of judgment that you need to push away from, a mentor that you can walk towards, okay? So a mentor you can walk towards, or a judgment person that you need to walk away from, and walk through this final ascendance into the next cycle with no regrets. Awesome reading. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you all for being here. I truly appreciate you and your presence. Know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time.